Hi there, it's Michelle Hayden Ritko, and I'm just going to walk you through a little bit of introductory stuff on virtual classroom and how to set that up for your classes. So I'm in one of my classrooms now. This is my social studies class for semester 2. So along the top here, we have this nav bar. And if you don't already see virtual classroom here, you just click on these 3 dots here and click edit the nav bar. And then you can scroll down to where you can see the add links, add the links. Okay, and there's all kinds of links that you can add to your nav bar at the top. If you scroll down, they're alphabetical. So virtual, down by V, there, it's at the end. So you would click this off and then you would click the add button. But because I already have mine, I'm just going to click cancel. Okay, once you have the links that you want, you can also edit where they show up. So you can kind of take things and grab them and drag them to a new location in the bar like that. Okay, and then you can click save and close. Okay, so here's our nav bar up here. And you'll notice that you can click on this little arrow and it will open up and show you the other buttons that you might have. If you want to manage the nav bar, you can click on this as well. Okay. And it allows you to change your themes or make custom links and do things like that. Generally, you probably don't have to connect with anything there. All right. Going back, just click on the title of your class. It takes you back. And now we have virtual classroom on our nav bar. All you have to do is click in there. And it's going to open up a screen. It's essentially blue. I have lists of classes I've set up already. You may have nothing on your list here yet. That's fine. These are active meetings. And if you scroll down, anything that you've recorded as a meeting will show up down here. Of course, we're not supposed to record meetings that have any student content. So you don't want students asking questions and you don't want students even typing questions in the public chat either. But if you wanted to do the start of your classroom recorded, you can hit the record button once you're in there and record a section of the class. And that recording would be down here for students to access as well. Okay. So to make a new one, you click on the plus sign and then you can title it. I set all my Tuesday classes to the same time, but we can say teacher this here, and the meeting date, we can say it's today. Okay, and the meeting time, we can set the time. This is hour and this is minute, AM and PM. So if it's in the AM hour, I'm going to hit 10 a.m. And if you want it exactly, then we take this and set it up to the 0. Oops, 0. So there we go, 10 a.m. We click OK. Or we could click that we just want it to start now. Okay. You can also say how long you want the duration to be so that it automatically shuts off after that much time. And you can say if you want it to repeat every week or not, for how many weeks. I'm going to say this one does not repeat. Allowing external participants means you would put in their email and allow somebody who wasn't actually part of your D2L shell to come to the class if you had a guest speaker or something. And automatically record a meeting, you would click up here, but I find it better now to just hit the record button myself because I'm only recording snippets because that's what the board doesn't want us to have any students on those recordings. Okay, so save. Okay, so if I look up here, here's my teacher practice meeting. So for actions, I can launch the meeting. Once you get in here, it tells you some information. If you want more information about audio and video, there's there. More information about recording is there. And more information about participation is there. But basically, this is all information, and you just click Enter Meeting Room. Once this opens and you're in the meeting room, it's going to prompt you to do a mic check. So if you were going in to just listen only, you could click here, but because we're going to talk as teachers, we're going to click the microphone, and then you have to click allow your microphone to use Bongo on your computer. Connects to an echo test. This is going to echo a lot because I'm recording. So I click yes. Okay. At the top, you can see I'm not recording. If I wanted to record this section, I would just hit it and hit recording. When I want to stop it, I hit it again and it stops the recording. Okay. If I want to hide, when students come in, by default, their microphone and their video is off. Yours is on. So you want to mute your microphone or unmute it. For video menu, you can share your camera and share your face with your students by clicking on Share Camera. You'll also have to probably click off on Allow the machine to use your camera. And then you'll see your face in a little screen at the top. Like that. So you can actually switch the positions of these two. I'm going to suggest that there are times where you want your video off because it will allow your whiteboard to be much larger. Okay, so if I turn my video off here and I unshare my camera, it makes the whiteboard bigger. The other thing I can do, see this toolbar on the right-hand side? The bottom button allows for multi-users. So you can see it looks like two screens there. So as students have their cursor while wandering around, their name will be attached to it. You'll be able to see their name and a dot and who's drawing what. So when they draw naughty shapes on your whiteboard, you can see who it is. But sometimes they really like to doodle while I talk, and I sometimes let them do that. So if you don't want them to be able to access, you just keep that to yourself. Okay, this allows you to clear everything. This allows you to undo. And the top button is your tool button. So you open it and you can draw, or you can do boxes or lines or a text. So when you click on T, when I first did this, I thought, why can't I type? Because I've got the T, I've got the text, why can't I type? Well, you have to make a box and then you can type in the box. That's how that works. You can also alter your font size. You can change your font color, right? Things like that. You can clear everything. You can also click down here on the slides. You can go to the second slide, third slide. It will keep adding slides for you as often as you click them. Okay? If you want to, as soon as I get in, I go up here and I click on this little person and it will show me who is all in this public chat, who's in the class right now. If I click on the little caption bubble, it also shows me the public chat. And this might be a place where I would tell students to go to ask questions. Okay, again, if we click on this, it closes it up. Okay, and that I would encourage students sometimes, if they close that the viewing part of their screen will be bigger. This plus sign in the bottom left-hand side, this is where you click on it and you can set up breakout rooms for your students. You can mute everybody else so they stop talking. It's a wonderful classroom management tool. You can initiate a poll to see who thinks what answer is correct. And you can upload a presentation. So if you click on this, it will come to here. You can browse for your files. And you can find the PowerPoint, works best. You can find the PowerPoint slide that you're hoping for. I'll just find some random PowerPoint slide here. And I'll click open. And from here, it starts to upload if I click start. And it will just, when it's done, it will take me back to the classroom. Takes a minute to convert the file to a setting that can be seen in your virtual classroom. And there we are. There's my presentation, and I can click through the slides and talk about the things that are there. If I want to add things to that, I can also click on, say, maybe I'll make the color red, and I can click on my pencil tool and I can just draw things. I'm not very good at drawing with this thing, but there you go. I could do stuff like that or underline words or whatever. Okay, and you can continue through your PowerPoint. I could be recording this again, but I'm not because I stopped at the beginning. Okay, if you wanted to upload another presentation, you would just click the plus sign and upload another one. Hopefully that helps you. Over here, when it's time to go, or actually, I'll look at settings too with you. In here, the settings are set up. Pretty much the defaults are fine. But if you go in here and you click on participants, if you want to lock the participants out of the camera, the microphone, the public chat, or private chat, this is kind of nice to lock them out. So any of the talking they do, you see it. I lock them out of the private chat and click save there. When it's time to go though, this is where you can leave the meeting or end the meeting. If you end the meeting, it kicks everybody out. And so that's kind of nice if you want to make sure nobody's being bullied or things aren't happening afterwards that you don't want to happen. Sometimes if kids are having a discussion, I might leave for 5 minutes and then come back in 5 minutes and end the meeting. But just know the difference between you leaving the meeting and ending the meeting. So if I end the meeting, it does this, and the session's now ended. Going back to our initial page, when a student goes to their D2L and you've set up a virtual classroom time for them to come, they will see it on this calendar at the left. It will automatically show up on their calendar. So all they have to do to get into the event is click on it, and it will take them straight into the class. They click here and it'll take them in the class. Okay, and so that's how to use virtual classroom.